Welcome to part 1 of the lecture series on reading decimal numbers, rounding numbers, and estimating using rounding. In this part, we will be reading and writing decimal numbers. We will begin this section with digit placement, starting with the digits of the number 6,057 and 421 10,000ths. The number to the left of the decimal point is the whole part of the number, and the number to the right of the decimal point is the fractional part of the number. We will start with the place values for the whole digits. The 7 is in the ones place, the 5 is in the tens place, the 0 is in the hundreds place, and the 6 is in the thousands place. We will now look at the place values for the decimal digits. 0 in this case is in the tenths place, 4 is in the hundredths place, 2 is in the thousandths place, and 1 is in the 10,000ths place. Notice that the place values for the decimal digits are all spelled with the suffix ths. It may help you to understand why this is the case if you think of the fraction equivalent of the fractional part of the decimal. For instance, the fractional part of our decimal is 0.0421, and the fraction equivalent to this number is 421 over 10,000, which is read 421 10,000ths, and we read 0.0421, 421 10,000ths. We will now look at an example of digit placement. 74,316 and 5,209 10,000ths. The first place value that we will consider is the ones place. The ones place is part of the whole number to the left of the decimal point, and the number that is in the ones place is 6. We will next determine the number that is in the hundredths place. The number that is in the hundredths place in our number is 3. We will next determine the number that is in the 10,000ths place. That number is 7. Next, we will look at the number that is in the tenths place. We are now looking at decimal digits. The number that is in the tenths place is 5. Next, we will look at the thousandths place, which is 0, and then the 10,000ths place, which is 9. In this section, we will be writing a decimal number with specified place values. We will look at 2 examples. First, we will write the decimal number that has the specified place values 7 ones, 2 tenths, 1 10, 5 thousandths, and 4 hundredths. We will start the process with listing the specified place values from the largest to the smallest of the whole part of the decimal number. The largest place value we have listed here is the thousands place, and we have 5 thousandths. Now, of course, the hundredths place would follow the thousands place, but we do not have a hundredths place listed here, but we have to have a place value for the hundredths. So we will have 0 hundredths. Next would be the tens place, and we have 1 10. And then finally, for the whole part, we have the ones place, and from our list, we have 7 ones. This completes the numbers that will be included in the whole part of our number. The decimal point will come next. Then we would have the fractional part of the decimal number. The first place value for the fractional part is the tenths place, and from our list, we have 2 tenths. The next place value would be the hundredths place, and we have 4 hundredths. We will now use this list that we generated. Reading from left to right, we will write our final answer, as 5,017 and 24 hundredths. For the next example, we will write the decimal number that has the specified place values: 6 hundredths, 3 10,000ths, 2 tens, 1,000, 9 10,000ths, 5 hundredths, 4 tenths, and 8 thousandths. Again, we will start with listing the specified values from the largest to the smallest of the whole part of the decimal number. The largest place value we have here is 10,000ths, which we have 9 10,000ths in our list. The next place value would be thousands, and we have 1,000 from our list. The next place value would be hundredths, and we have 6 hundredths. The next one would be the tens. We have 2 tens, and following that would be the ones. Notice we do not have any ones listed here, but we do need a place value for the ones, so we would have 0 ones. After the whole number will follow the decimal point, then the fractional part of the number. To the right of the decimal point is the tenths place, and we have 4 tenths. Then we would have the hundredths place, and we have 5 hundredths. Then we would have the thousandths place, and we have 8 of those. And then the 10,000ths place, which we have 3 10,000ths. Now we can write our number reading these numbers that we have listed here from left to right, giving us the number 91,620 and 4,583 10,000ths. We will now write decimal numbers using words. There are some guidelines we should follow. We must read the number to the left of the decimal place as a whole number. It is important that we state "and" for the decimal point, and we must read the fractional part of the decimal, which is to the right of the decimal point, as a whole number, but we must state the place value of the last digit. When we say state the place value of the last digit, we mean the place value of the last digit will always be the last word of the decimal number written in word form. For our first example, we will write the decimal number 0.43 in words. This will be written as 43 hundredths. The reason we end the word form of our number with hundredths is because the 3 is in the hundredths place. Also, numbers such as 43 that include two numbers, 40 and 3, should be hyphenated. For the next example, write the decimal number 0.526 in words. We will say this as 526 thousandths. Notice we say thousandths at the end because the 6 is in the thousandths place. For our next example, we will write the decimal number 531.006 in words. Notice that the 6 is in the thousandths place. So the proper way to write this, 531 and 6 thousandths. And for our last example, we will write the number 16221.05 in words. We would write this as 16,221 and 5 hundredths.